Hey, how you doing? Welcome. Day 2, episode 2 of the Alias Marketing and Design podcast. We're here. We made it to day 2, day 1 over. Um yeah, yesterday was raw. A lot of coughing, a lot of colds, but anyway, we made it through to day 2. And as I said, we're um we're here. I'm Ian Connery. I'm the owner of Alias Marketing and Design, a Dublin-based marketing, design, and print agency here in Dublin. And the reason for this podcast, as I touched on yesterday, relates to a really famous, I suppose, guy on the internet, marketeer, and we're involved in one of his courses at the moment. Really, really quality stuff, amazing content, and so we're doing that. And as part of the course, we've got to get out of our comfort zone and go and select a medium to publish for the next 365 days. So we're doing that. And as part of the podcast, we're going to start at the start. And we're kind of giving my origin story of how I got to being here and how Alias developed, the journey I was on, the highs, the lows, and just basically the ins and outs and the challenges that we faced building this business. So, as I said, I think I concluded yesterday that it's been a ride. Definitely has been the last few years. Probably not the best term to describe it, but anyway. So we're just going to finish up today, finish up the backstory and kind of take you on to how we are here now, presently, and what's going on with the business. So, as I said, I hope to take this podcast and publish, hopefully daily, if not a few times a week, and just put across, put out my message, put out my thoughts on life as an entrepreneur, life as a marketeer, a designer, and offer some really cool golden nuggets for people to take and implement in their own business. So I think yesterday we'd been at around kind of 2014. We'd started Alias back 6 years ago, and it was bearing in mind it was in the middle of the recession here in Ireland when I suppose my whole story was going on, and indeed I'm sure many different people all across the world had had to get out there and change their lives for their own good, the good of their family. So I said it's been different, and it's been really cool. So we were Alias had started. We'd gone in contact with a few buddies of mine back in the entertainment industry. We were ticking over. We were still doing well. We were scraping by. Listen, everybody's highs and lows, but we were creating something new. You knew it wasn't going to be tough. We'd been working for years I'd been working for years as a consultant for the hospitality and hospitality, mainly hotels, bars, and clubs. So all the kind of people. Once people were made aware of what I was doing, they knew my reputation. They got back in touch, and slowly the business kept building up. As I said, the most important thing I learned through all this is just the importance of learning. So important to just get out there, and particularly as I'm sure anybody involved in marketing is such a changing business, and particularly obviously with social media and SEO, everything like that, due to algorithms and likes of Facebook, Google, changing how they process information. Everything's changing, so we just got to stay up, and you just got to stay on top of the curve. So in order to kind of, I suppose, get out there and get business in, really start concentrating on SEO. So obviously we were doing the web design, we were doing marketing consultancy as well, social media advice, and helping bars and clubs out with their strategy. But I really doubled down on my efforts with search engine optimization. So with that, we were getting clients in, getting phone calls, and what was happening was that the guys that we were getting in touch with, and they were contacting us. We were in fairness, we were so lucky. We were getting some really cool guys, and great to deal with, super businessmen and women, and just great to deal with and work for. But these guys who and they're just a note, they're all still with me today and with us today, and we still do business with them, and a lot of them are starting new businesses. But these guys had all been in business for many years, and the great thing was they'd come to me and pick up. I remember one day we got a call from a lady, and she wanted a logo designed. So we designed the logo, and it was really cool. Then we got a phone call. It turned out that it was a did the logo. The guys turned up. We did it, but it turned out that they owned another huge big business. I'm trying to be as discreet as possible in this. I don't want to release any names or what people were doing at the time. But anyway, the lady in question rang me. Her and her business partner turned up, and it turned out, yeah, they'd another huge, massive business. So again, we got involved in and did work for the other business, and subsequently they opened another business. So so we did work for their three businesses, and then similar things kept happening all the time, and we just kept proving ourselves. So that, again, another important thing was that people were calling us. They knew that the quality of the work was really good. Our friendly nature, we were just, we did stuff well, but there was no messing about. But we still weren't super business like, and so that's how it was. As I said and concluded in the last in episode 1, it was strange adjusting to coming from the industry, that entertainment and hospitality industry is completely different to just basically general life and going to work in a 9 to 5. So so that's it. It kept growing, and growing, but every day we'd face a challenge. So we'd have, we just continuously learned. We met some, should I say it, maybe some challenging clients who kind of, we had to deal with, and you learn how to deal with them. So you take the good with the bad. So that was really cool. We worked on some really interesting projects, bizarre projects, and we worked on adult stores. We worked with stuff to do with solicitors, accountants, roofers, supplement companies, events, kids websites. So we worked on loads of different things, and had good success, highs and lows, journeyed up, upskilled, learned a lot, had a bit of fun, and we moved all the way up to I suppose 2017. So 2017 we were plugging through, and I suppose we hit a personal roadblock where we found out my dad was ill. Yeah, really, really bad news. So so we were running the business, and it's tough, really tough. But yeah, so we just kept going, kept going. And I know I keep alluding to that, but that's what we just had to do. It was pretty stressful. So unfortunately, kind of flash forward to 2008, and Dad got sicker and sicker. So obviously, it's really, really stressful, and you kind of got a family, young family, running a business. You kind of got to. I suppose I was looking for some way to de-stress. It was, that's what you got to do. So so anyway, I really kind of invested and researched into personal development. Had a look into meditation. It was really cool. The Wim Hof method, came across Wim Hof's teachings. Check him out. Really, really cool Wim Hof breathing techniques. Employed cold showers. Everybody get out there, cold showers every morning, and set you up for the day. Really good health benefits as well. So Got up every day, started a 5 a.m. routine, would get up every day, hit the gym, back, listen to some books, marketing books, self-development books on the way to the gym and back from the gym. And yes, again, I'll touch on some of those books again, but and go through them and give you my thoughts. Really, really helpful. Meditation was really cool. Wim Hof, man's a legend. check it out. Cold showers. That was there. We still do it today. So but I mean that's what happened. Just with Dad being sick, it's not nice. It's not nice at all. So that's that were some of the techniques that we used to manage stress and try and chill out. And and that's what kind of, I suppose, brings us all the way to here, because on the journey, we were looking for self-improvement, looking for challenges, and the guy whose course that we're doing at the moment took his company, brought it up to $250 million in 5 years. So we've been following this guy for a long time, and he's amazing marketing advice. A lot of people are making millions and millions of dollars using his software system. And we obviously build websites, so this was a website builder that he has. It's a super tool. But we were looking, and I suppose came across it, and as everybody does, was curious, have the talent and the skills to use it really quickly. It's built for kind of, I suppose, websites for dummies, but obviously because of the design skills and I suppose the marketing skills that I would have, it's a super great tool. So anyway, so that's what I wanted to do. He's a really a 30-day challenge. And as part of this year and part of last year, getting out of my comfort zone and setting up a challenge every day and every week, and changing, moving direction all the time was what we wanted to do. So that brings me all the way through to this year, where we started this 30-day challenge, the One Funnel Away 30-day challenge, where we're involved in that course at the moment, and that's the reason for this podcast. So something I always wanted to do, and I suppose maybe you put it off, do you? Yeah, I suppose. But anyway, listen, I got off my ass, and we just started a podcast. So that's the backstory. From my point of view as a person, I've learned a lot, changed a lot in regard to self-development, and teaching my kids the importance of self-development, and changing and just getting out of the rut, getting out of routine, and getting out of the safety net is so important. So that happened. Alias has grown. Touch wood. It's flying. We're doing really well. We're serving all our customers really well. We're making a massive effort to provide value to everybody. So listen, I'm not here to big up the company, but I suppose up to this point, past 6 years has been a success. The previous 15 years of experience and learning and also helped to get to this point. So listen, it's been it's a Friday when we're recording this. It's about 5:00. I'm heading off to have a bit of fun with the kids. So anyway, we'll be back for episode 3 tomorrow. Probably we'll touch on a few golden nuggets. Touching a few golden nuggets. And what we'll do is we'll examine what's been helpful to me in this I suppose 30 minutes that I described our journey, or 40 minutes that we described the journey. But definitely we've come across some great bit of information and great tools to help. So anyway, we'll talk to you soon. Cheers. Have a great weekend.